Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails Into Reverie Part 31. In the previous video we kicked off, is this Act 3 now? What act are we on? Can you tell me? Yeah, we're in Act 3 of Rufus's route, the artist formerly known as C. The artist formerly known as a guy pretending to be C. We're on a non-volley ship, Ringo? Is that your name?
I wonder what it's like to have
Jingo?
a sibling. Do I have any out there?
You're Jingo, not Ringo. Hello, my cutest little customer. You want something? I just felt the urge to tour the ship, and you're hardly big. I'm still bigger than you, and come to think of it, I haven't introduced myself to you yet, now have I? Name's Jingo. If there's anything you want your hands on, you just give me a holler. I'm Lapis. Nice to meet you, Lapis. By the way, you're not human, right? Indeed, I'm not. I'm a proud Rosenberg doll. Really? Huh. World's full of surprises. You don't look surprised to me. Well, you can't tell what she looks like because she's not looking at you. She's got her eyes on the sky. When you're in my line of work, you meet all kinds of folks. You're not exactly the first unusual customer I've had. Not. Your job sounds very interesting. It's child labor. You know what else would be interesting? Mods. Can I just shoot a Gatling gun for an arm, or eyes that let you shoot lasers out of them? Okay, not the Gatling gun. Who cares? Gatling gun? Laser beams, though. I give you a pretty discount. I mean, we already know Reen's getting a laser eye. Probably. You can do all that? It'd be worth a shot? I agree that it would be interesting, but none of it sounds as beautiful as my current design, so I'll kindly pass. No big, if you change your mind, you know where I am. I certainly do. Anyway, it's about time for Cerberus' lesson. Cerberus! Oh, wolf. What's his lesson about? Being the strongest guard dog around. Now I gotta know, what does it take? However, I had him help with cleaning and run my shop, but today he's getting pointers on flying this baby. I've got to navigate anything life throws at him. That includes a steering wheel. Okay, the dog running the shop was humorous. The dog flying the plane's a little much for me. I feel like you've jumped the shark. I mean, the shark was kind of pre-jumped by having the dog run the shop, but I was on board with that. Haha, dog fly plane. Not funny. You took it too far. Okay then, first thing, you plop yourself on top of my seat. Wait, is this gonna work? I guess as long as your front paws can reach the wheel, it's all good. You can do this, Cerberus. Good boy. Hang on a minute. I wasn't gonna butt in at first. I keep my mouth shut over just what I just heard. Oh yeah, what's that? I didn't kill the supreme evil dude to get my freedom to die in a damn plane crash because of a freaking dog. I have the whole idea of trying to teach a dog to fly this airship. See, this is me. All right, I'm Swin, I guess. So I hear what the problem is. How's he supposed to learn? He doesn't take the wheel. Well, that is a problem. You're trying to make a dog transcend the limits of a canine species. Come on now, you're just exaggerating. If you want to tune in with his lesson, if you want. What part of this makes us? I just had a dream where the whole airship fell out of the sky. Where are you, S? Comfort me. Anyway, we're paying for this flight, so if you want to attempt the impossible, do it on your own time. I'd like to live for the landing, if you please. Oh, fine. You're one tough customer. This is why you don't send your kid out to start a business when they're 8.
Cerberus is so cute!
I mean, I won't deny that.
I hope I can pet him later on.
I'm just saying, Zeit doesn't even fly a damn plane. If it was Zeit, I would let fly a plane. If they were like, hey, we taught Zeit how to fly a plane, I'm like, whatever, alright. You know, I'll begrudgingly accept it. You're trying to say I'm adorable, aren't you? Well, of course I am. Don't worry, you're adorable too. Woof. So, you changed your mind with a body mod? Not exactly. I was just curious. How much could you upgrade if Hurley asked you to? Can't say I'll get my hands dirty, but I bet if you really wanted to, we could probably get all your parts swapped out. Guess we have to call in a specialist on account of how, obviously, well, special you are. I see. Who brought this on anyway? I was thinking earlier, if I exchanged my parts, would I still be me afterwards? Don't be silly. It'd take a lot more than changing out some nuts and bolts for you to turn into a different something. Well, what if we took out a lot of parts? What if you asked you to replace everything and there wasn't a single piece of Yo, you're too young for philosophy arguments, Lapis? Could you still say I'm the same person? That I'm still Lapis Rosenberg? You got some pretty big-headed scratchers, Dolly. I don't got the kind of gall for that kind of philosophical conversation. Let me ask you this, at the end of the day, does it really matter? I don't know, that's what I want to figure out. I work with my fair share of colorful characters, but if you told me one day I'd be backing up Rufus Alvarado, well, not that I'm complaining, it pays good, and if nothing else, it'd make for some crazy stories when it's all said and done. Woof. Rufy, where are you?
I'm afraid this side of the deck is occupied. You'll have to sleep elsewhere.
I'm gonna sleep outside, you psycho. What if you fall off?
I wasn't planning to sleep out here.
Yeah.
Oh? Then what's brought you outside?
What's brought you outside? You're not asleep.
I wanted to go stargazing. What about you?
I wanted to take in the night air.
Since we're both here, there's something I'd like to ask.
What is it?
I know that you're a famous man, but are you a good man or a bad man?
Well, I mean, I have my opinion.
Bad. Though that would be putting it mildly.
So very bad?
Very, very bad. I have used anything and everything to advance my interests, be it titles, fame, or even those pure of heart. There is little point in feigning a moral compass when human lives hold no value to me, or acting chivalrous when all that does is hinder me.
Do you still feel that way?
I do. I'm using you, Swin and Nadia, to bring my designs to fruition, am I not? I'm also using those we met in the capital, like my brother.
None of that sounds like something someone good would do, yes. You really are a very bad man.
I'm glad we could come to an understanding. So, armed with that knowledge, what do you intend to do?
Am I supposed to do something?
Yeah, you hit him with your axe.
I suppose a doll has no reason to care if a human is good or evil.
Being a doll has nothing to do with it. So were you hoping I would admonish you? Or perhaps comfort you?
Of course not.
Okay, then I still intend to do nothing. Whether I praise you for your deeds as a hero, or chastise you for your misdeeds as a villain, it won't change you at your core. You are who you are.
Just how does humanity look through your lens for you to think in such simple terms?
I don't know. I can't answer that when I'm still learning about what it means to be human. All I can say is, I don't see if you're good or bad, where you're from, or how you were raised. I don't see what you've done or haven't done, what you possess or what you lack, because none of those are what make you exist as a person. So it can't be that you suddenly don't exist just because someone decides to reject those parts of you.
That's quite a philosophical approach to the matter. Or perhaps that objective thinking is the most one of artificial intelligence can fathom.
I don't know. How could I know? Just to me, being is what makes a human a human.
Perhaps you're right.
And so, it's what makes you, you.
Perhaps you're right.
See, it's okay. Rufus can murder people because it's just part of his personality. It's just who he is. He's just being
I don't
himself.
remember the exact moment I began to search for meaning in my life. My father elected to raise me as his own son, irrespective of the fact I was born because his wife laid with another man. He did so with the same ease he rejected his flesh and blood because he was born from a common woman. When I learned the truth, I finally understood that House Albarea wanted me not as a human being, but as a product of noble blood. It was so hard to bear that it made me sick. Was that all? Was that the only reason I existed? I refused to accept it. I couldn't take it.
So then you just like leave. You don't become a murdering guy.
And as I turned my eyes from this terrible truth, A new, more terrible thought dawned upon me.
You go out and you forge your own path. You don't become an evil mastermind unless you're a sociopath.
If that was not the reason I existed, then what was? That was when I met him. It is said we seek that which we do not have. Through him, I sought the father I never had. I convinced myself that if I did as sons do and became more than he ever was, then I would understand the real reason for my existence.
Oh, you should have just taken up like a hobby, like gardening or...
And there it was. At last, I had a goal, something to pursue. I stopped at nothing to make that goal a reality. There was no effort too ambitious, no principle too sacred to violate. But no matter what I did, it still wasn't enough. Everything I had done to secure my victory had led to a resounding, humiliating defeat. A defeat at the hands of my own brother, who, despite his unfortunate upbringing, had grown into someone strong and true.
I do like this art a lot.
I envied him for that. But perhaps I should have known all along that a mere product could never hope to have a real, genuine purpose. The whole predicament would have been worth a laugh had it not been so deeply painful. Why am I here? What is my reason for being? Who am I?
You are who you are. I don't see what you've done or haven't done, what you possess,
Hey,
or
remember when
what you
Rufus said
lack,
this?
because none of those are what make you exist as a person. Just to me, being is what makes a human a human.
Eons ago, these words were uttered.
Such nonsense.
I mean, he said it, not me.
I thought you weren't planning to sleep out here. I'm unsure if dolls are capable of catching colds.
I mean, I don't know if I would describe what she said as nonsense, but there is a part of me that's like, I don't know. Something about it rubs me the wrong way, but I can't put into words why it rubs me the wrong way.
But I believe you've taken in the stars enough for one night.
Think they still have the camp there? I guess they just never tore it down. Are you all prepared? Ready to go anytime. We're good at this stuff. I don't know what we're preparing for, but I'll give it my best. Rachel's will be best served you say nothing at all. Nah. Okay then, gotta make a landing. Wolf. Can we land here? Halt, are you authorized to be here? Bro, how do you get new drip? Where'd he get the new drip? Your Excellency? What's the meaning of this? You stand in the presence of our supreme leader. We informed you in advance of our arrival. Why are we not ready and waiting? But actually Supreme Leader's in the lobby right behind us. What are you talking about? Ah, shit. Oh no. It turns out he loves hanging out at the airport. He's always at the airport. There's no need to be quite so harsh. He's a good man. Airport has only been under the jurisdiction for a few days. Takes time to adjust to new responsibilities. You're merciful, Your Excellency. We'll ready a car for you at once. No need. I've arranged for one personally, so remain here and continue your duties. Yes, Your Excellency. What a bizarre experience. Not everyone gets to be their own imposter. It's hilarious. Good on you for thinking it up, boss. How did he have an exact match with... I mean, I guess they're his clothes kind of in the first place, but like, I don't remember. Did Rufus ever wear this outfit in the last games? I don't remember if he wore this exact outfit. But it does seem weird that he would have one just on hand that's the exact same as what Imposter Rufus is wearing on such short notice, but maybe he wore this in the last game and I just don't really remember. Because, I mean, it looks familiar, but I don't know. I don't know if it's the exact same. Won't be long before they learn the truth from their superiors and come after us. We shouldn't remain in the city any longer than is needed. Can't hurt to scope the place out first, though, right? I suppose. We'll have to make it a brief tour before continuing on to the Mines Mountain Path. Let's go! Y'all better not. Don't deprive me. I want to go. And the music better be unchanged, or at least as good. Does part of scoping out mean inspecting all the restaurants? If it lets me, I will. That's gonna have to wait till next time. Damn. Okay. I was kind of wondering how he's gonna walk around, but I forgot about the invisibility. Alright, I got this up from Jingo. What is it? Farewell gift, apparently. Swin can into fishing. What does she think? We're off on a picnic or something? What's a picnic? He was too darn cute, LP. No point looking a gift horse in the mouth. Let's use it. We'll look for tourists or something. Good for camo. Indeed. I'll leave it to use at your discretion. Just trying to stand out too much. How's he have his black drip back on? Got it. Might be nice to take a breather every now and then. Swin and Nadia can now fish! He's in stealth mode. He will move about the city in stealth mode. Although Rufus is party leader in town, he cannot be seen by others or use shops. So, he switched his clothes back?
Very well.
How does that work? he gets out the airport and he just starts like stripping in front of him? He's better than Risha, damn. You don't see the passenger trains run through here anymore. Now's the time you see all kinds of trains coming and going. Hope these days aren't going for good, so...
How shall we play?
I'll
So
take
if
care of it.
Rufus... They just like, they just talk out loud.
I shall.
This road leads to Crossbell City. Stay on guard.
On it.
No reason to swing by Crossbell Station. There's no reason to do anything in life. There was no reason Rufus had to commit mass murder. He still did that shit. It's part of who he is. And part of who I am is going to the train station.
So, where should we start our search? The administrative district? Could be flying a little too close to the sun. But then again, sometimes that's what you gotta do to nab something juicy.
Very astute. Indeed, the higher the risk, the greater the reward.
I don't see why we shouldn't go there at some point, personally.
You guys say anything? This is... Precisely. Seeing as it appears to be vacant, we'd best be on our way. Hey, what up? Just kids on a field trip to buy guns. This is Crossbell. Hefty gauntlets that feature destructive power. Can be equipped on a combat shell. None of us can use it. Who would use a combat shell? I mean, presumably this is for some new potential character? Who has combat shells? I mean, obviously Milliam and Altina, but they don't use these. The only other person who's used them is, you know, Albrick, but, you know, he doesn't exist anymore. Do I want to buy this? Oh, we have infinite money as Rufy here, so it's probably worth. Okay, when I say infinite money, that's obviously a slight exaggeration, but money ain't really no thing for him. I guess I'll get an audio as well. Well, by a couple of the more annoying things to deal with. Alrighty, so we have here, and then I guess we can go to the admin district, they said, and maybe other places, I don't know. Meow, you look worried about me? It's okay, Daddy's at work and Mommy's at Michelin, so she can't come home yet. I know it's scary since the city's acting all weird. Gotta keep it tough though, be as tough as we can be. SSS isn't sad just because things are scary, right? So we can't get sad either. Let's keep smiling, cop. Besides, I got you with me. That's reason enough to smile. We got this. Yes, go commit civil disobedience, child. I don't know how I feel about plans to unify the continent by force. Sounds a little too close to what Dieter Croix tried. Never mind, shouldn't have said that. Supreme Lady's a true man of means who knows how to get things done. I've got nothing to worry about as long as he's the one leading us. I just know it. Oh god, I almost committed a thought crime. What's this strange feeling I'm getting? Am I just imagining things? Better keep sharp. You're already plenty sharp. I'll do what I can to spot any suspicious groups that may try and disrupt the day. Don't tell me they made Balloon Guy evil. I don't know if I could handle it. United Nation of Crossbell, united nothing. Ain't no way you can achieve peace by forcing other nations under you. And again, I think the Supreme Leader might actually be able to do it. Nah, I'm not getting duped by that blondie. Based. This man was arrested for these statements? No, Balloon Guy, not Balloon Guy. Alright, Imposter Rufus. He must be burnt at the stake for his crimes. Our Supreme Leader's gonna help us achieve true independence at long last. I just know it. As long as he's guiding us, I can handle these balloons with pride. Oh no. I can forgive potential murder, but I think corrupting Balloon Guy is the worst thing you could ever do. I said it before and I'll say it again. Rufus is just the dreamiest. Then again, that dark red cloak over that hot white military uniform. Delish. Also, she's talking about you. I mean, it is pretty cool drip. I gotta give him that. It's flattering enough to be me, but no. That's Supreme Leader Rufus to you. Wouldn't want to go disrespecting our man's new title. You're totally right. Just one look at him has me burning up. Squeeze me? Hopefully Balloon Guy, he's just putting on an act because he's actually deep undercover. He's planning to plant a bomb in Orpheus Tower. Only on the part that Rufus is on, though, because Balloon Guy's cool. He would never hurt civilians. Get the feeling most of the citizens approve what Rufus Albury is doing, but me, I couldn't be more opposed to it. I'll admit that when I think of the dancer at the end of his big speech, my mind starts to fade out. Huh. What am I thinking? Maybe all the long hours I've been putting in since the end of the war is catching up to me. I just keep imagining those big, large, luscious... I got my eye on the latest vacuum cleaner from Zeiss Central Factory. I only got to pick one up, but it turns out they're sold out of it here. With the current situation in the state, there's no... Tell them when they'll get more in stock. Talk about bad luck. The whole lockdown preventing us from leaving the city reminds me of when we were the independent state of Crossbell. It's a big urban city, so it could be worse, but still, hard to deny that it feels like a noose is tying around the city. Yeah, the noose called Lloyd Bannings. He's about to come back and take over the city for the 4th time? Kind of. Because, I mean, you kind of take back the city in 0. So, do it once in 0, do it in Azure, do it at the start of this game, doing it again. I mean, I got a lot of customers coming through the doors lately. Wonder how much longer this occupation is going to drag on. Hope it ends soon. At the very least, hope it doesn't lead to another war. We need to do whatever we can to avoid that. Oh, the other countries just surrendered to us already. That way we won't have any more. Oh god, she's becoming an Erebonian. What in the world was I saying just now? Maybe it's my imagination. I don't think we really need to buy the trade-in stuff for Rufy here. Since I don't even know if he'll be able to buy all the things that make the trade-ins. Because I don't know if our inventories ever get merged later on. I don't I'm not aware. If the routes end up converging like that, like I don't know if C or Rufus and them ever get to go to the Reverie corridor. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they do, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. Maybe not as part of the story. I could see them maybe being like, oh, the Rufus characters are loot boxes. If they want every character to be in there, but I talk to everyone. I talk to you. Welcome to. Oh, it's not often we have kids your age coming in by themselves. Just between you and me, if you're the good kids I think you are, you should stay home where it's safe right now. I don't know what the deal is with that Rufus guy's speeches. They keep playing on the monitor cars around town. They seem to be brainwashing people into following his every word. Be careful. And if your kids get in any trouble, trying to do the best I can to help, I know some good people, and I'm sure we can find a way to help you, even if we have to keep it on the down low. How generous. We'll keep that in mind. She's friendly, isn't she? Well connected if she knows people who are working underground. Yeah, you probably shouldn't just come out and say that to a bunch of children. You don't know. These kids could be evil. Okay, now it has been a few days since I played this game, so I need to refamiliarize myself. Who does what? Hey, Rufus, you chrono drive. You kind of inadvertently have mostly buffing stuff. Which, granted, I don't know. I'm not super impressed with like Rufus's abilities. Especially because this one doesn't work right. Either because the text... Because it's like... I feel like it has to be that the ability's bugged. Not that the text is wrong. Because I feel like if it's not supposed to increase your strength, it doesn't feel strong enough to be worth 80 CP. Because it feels like it's a 60 CP move without the strength buff. Because like Brandish is like decent. It's not super strong, but it's not bad. S power, S unbalance. It's basically kind of like what Helix is, and it's only 60. I mean, Helix is break, not imbalance, but... And like this move, it's magic. Meh. This one's good. I don't know. Overall, I feel like your crafts aren't that good. So maybe you being more of a magic boy. Granted, Swin's crafts aren't that good. Well, he has his buff craft is pretty good. And I mean, marking isn't great, but it is a way to not guarantee BP, but like more like passively kind of generate BP. Which is really, I think, the biggest problem with this squad right now is that they suck at unbalancing. Like, all their moves are pretty bad at it. It's like, yours are really bad at unbalancing, yours are bad at unbalancing, yours is just okay, but in theory you should be casting spells anyway. This is good at unbalancing, but it's 80 CP. Security here is too heavy for my liking. I'll have to find some other way to get to the Mines Mountain path. Roger that. Celtio and Non are both trying to find something that only they can do right now. I'm truly happy with how dependable they've become. My only concern is related to their cooking. Their ingredients have become stranger and stranger. They both improve leaps and bounds, so it's not their flavor that's the problem. If a customer asks what something's made of and they give an honest answer, that won't be good for business. Crap, can't believe we're out of herbs. We import ours, so we're sitting ducks right now. We can't get more. What if we use that plant monster from the other day's Hardy Powder? Oh, that might add all the flavor we need. We mix it with that green liquid. Green liquid? Yeah, it'll be amazing. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear any of that. Using parts of a monster I'm cool with, but green liquid? What does that even mean? I'd rather not eat here. I mean, if it tastes, as long as it like looks and tastes good and smells okay, I guess I wouldn't. Because it can't just taste good. If it looks bad, then I wouldn't want to eat it. Because I mean, there is, I mean, a part of taste is the smell as well. So if something doesn't look appetizing, then even if it is good, it's like, ugh, it'd be kind of hard to power through, at least for me personally. I'm not like a super picky eater, but, like in the sense that like if it's free, I'll try basically anything. But I'm also like 9 times out of 10, I know if I'm gonna like something or not. And so like I'll try it, even if though I know I probably won't like it, and then I'm like, I don't like this, which is why I only do it if it's free. The city's in rough shape now, but delicious coffee here helps to calm my nerves. I think I might go for another, actually. Crossbell Town's got balls of steel. Even now they're still publishing what they please. To be honest, the new Supreme Leader's ratings are higher than I was expecting. Doesn't matter what anyone says. I'm not buying this hooey. Yeah, yes, this speed did move me some, but I'm not one to get swept up by the current. Yeah, this lady's literally never moved. She's fused with the chair. Let's hit up the department store. I talk to everyone here. Isn't there like a dude who walks around like an old guy? There you are. I mean, not really an old guy, but you're an older guy. Oh, Philip, sounds a little too... Okay, I already talked to you. Okay, take me to the department store. What up? I don't know how I can ever thank you. Even it was only temporary. To think I'd ever get hired as your vice manager. Please, as far as I'm concerned, I get to borrow an incredibly talented worker's abilities. Times are difficult for all of us now, so we may combine our wisdom and get through it as a team. Thank you, sir. Whatever you need, I'll be there to help. I've never been hired. This place's only concern was turning a profit. I'm nothing if not grateful. Need to ensure my staff's mental health is hanging in there. Tensions have been high between those in opposition to the Supreme Leader and those in support of him. Jeanette usually doesn't care much about politics and the like. It's what makes her obsession with the Supreme Leader very unusual, to put it mildly. I'm getting depressed at just the thought of going home. Oh, okay, there's where you buy these. Actually, now I think about it, I don't know if I ever talked to you. Or if I did, I don't think I actually, I mean, it's 100 strength, 100 accuracy. That's not, like, amazing in terms of, like, what accessories exist in an opportunity cost scenario, but for right now, that's good. And that's equipped. I want you to have the evasion. Okay, none of you guys have natural evasion, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, granted, it doesn't matter if you have natural evasion, but, you know, it feels better if you stack the evasion if you're going to do evasion-y things. Yeah, that does mean if you have a hit, we could take it off. Because usually it's not worth using any accessories that give accuracy, just because, like, the alternatives are much better. It's usually better to just give up a court slot than to give up one of your 2 accessory slots. But in this situation, where there's no other better accessories, it's kind of worth it. Unfortunately, you have nothing good available. I guess you could take a Fortuna. Just to help buff up Lady if we do fight any arty boys. Okay, that's basically just art defense up. Isn't bad, but feels more situational. That's why Southwark's so against the Supreme Leader. There's no one out there who's thinking of our future more than that wonderful man. Whatever, guess I'll just keep chipping away at him at home until he agrees. Lady, that's how marriages end. It's so done with leaders or countries or whatever popping up to take over a place like they got no business taking over. The continent unifies under Crossbell. Well, wars you know would be gone, wouldn't it? We'd better live in peace for pretty much forever. Even the new Supreme Leader's ideas isn't so bad after all. Here we are, situation like this again. Still, I haven't given up on Crossbell regaining its independence through peaceful measures. The city has overcome the odds more than a few times. Let the die be cast as it may. We'll stand back up as many times as we need to. Lloyd will keep taking back over the city of Crossbell until everybody learns their lesson. So close to achieving independence and returning to peace. The United Nations, the Supreme Leader speaks so will do nothing but light the fuse of war. Mustn't be allowed. Well then why don't I feel the slightest urge to criticize his words and actions? My word must be getting up there in my ears. I will say, I don't know if this necessarily makes sense, but the brainwashing in this game doesn't bother me as much as the brainwashing in CS3 and 4. I think it's because it's an active, like, spell that's been cast, as opposed to it's just, like, there are evil vibes in the country that are evil, and they're vibes. I think it means something that it's, like a direct action taken by a character in universe as opposed to like evil vibes from two things that did something a really long time ago makes it feel less bad, and it being localized to just Crossbell and not even being that strong, I don't mind it as much as someone who is very critical of the mind control brainwashing stuff in CS3 and 4. That does take away a lot of your defense, but you do get 5 speed. 5 speed. I mean, that's probably worth it for, like, maybe Nadia. But at the same time, what if she just gets, like, one shot? I don't know. It's one of the I don't really like defense stats in most games because they obfuscate, like, so much information is, like, obfuscated. Like, what the hell is 500 defense? Like, realistically, nobody fucking knows what impact 500 defense is in this game. Unless you're like, you know, a nerd who's like data mined the game and understands exactly how the damage roll calculations are made. It's such a like abstract thing that it's like, I don't know, it's hard to make like informed decisions about that kind of stuff. Like, how much damage amp is Nadia now going to be taking from having, you know, 400 less defense? I don't know. I have no clue. Nobody knows. And that's not something that, you know, these games are guilty of. It's something that a lot of games are very guilty of when it comes to, like, armor systems. Which is unfortunate. Okay, I think that's everything. I mean, we can try and go to West Street. I don't think it's going to let me, but it might. There's nobody here. Why can't they let us? That's cool.
Ooh, I smell fresh goodies! They hype this place up as much as anything you'd find in Heimdall. Nadia, we have to stop here and gather some intel.
I knew you were both just screwing around at the Capitol.
I mean, we gathered valuable intel. Did you know there's a Vander bread sword? A Vander bread sword? You don't seem interested. Swin, a Vander bread sword. Hey, what up? 3 children have run into your house. How do you respond? Sir, all they do lately is sigh and sigh. No matter how worrying things might get, I can't keep going on like this, darn it. Matthew's trying his hardest to make the best things over in Michelin, too. I'm worried about Yuna, but I know she's doing what she can with her teacher and classmates to set things right. Gotta pull myself together. I need to stay positive for Ken and Nana's sake. Also, why the hell are you kids in my house? I'm gonna start fixing dinner now. That should help brighten my mood. I think I'll make something Ken and Nana like to perk them up a bit. Need to fix something good so Ken and Nana go to bed tonight with little smiles on their precious faces. It's so boring around here now that the city's been occupied again. Yeah, everyone just goes on and on with the Supreme Leader. It stinks. What the? Who's she and where'd she come from? Wow, you're all dressed like a doll and your hair's super fluffy and really cute. My, what good taste you have. I am Rosenberg Studios' masterwork doll after all. Praise me more. Huh? Wow, really? Listen, I know they're just children, but you shouldn't blow your cover so easily. Sorry about that, you two. Our little friend likes to tease a lot. Don't take her seriously. Really? It was just a joke? Now I'm confused. Man, I was just to believe she's really a doll. There's no way. I'm dying of bored in here. Isn't there anything to do besides going outside to play again? What happened to the computer? You can play pom-pom party. That doll's dress is so cute. I want to wear a dress like that. It'd be so much fun to wear that. Other girls would be so jealous. Photo depicting a family vacation. They're like glowing, and it almost looks like. Ha, you guys don't have a working mirror. You're not as cool as Reen and his cool mirror. It's a bedroom. Allegedly. Alrighty, did I talk to you? Nothing out of the ordinary here. I'm a little concerned with what those children were talking about, but well, it'd be fine to leave them be. They talking about assassinating the governor general? What the heck's going on? Pops is totally against the supreme leader whole thing, but suddenly changed his mind out of nowhere. My bro did the same thing. Could it be, brainwashing? Mommy and Daddy have been acting weird too. We can start acting like that? I don't know. Let's make sure not to listen to the supreme leader. Yeah. Clever children. Oh, the SSS was here. I'm sure they'd come to save us. Yeah, they'd swoop in like heroes. Uh-huh, so we gotta hold down the fort until they can come back. We tried the swooping thing, it didn't work. We got laponned by superpowered not Rufus. That supreme leader fellow doesn't know when to quit, does he? Longer as madness drags on, the more it starts to feel like his United Nation nonsense may actually come to pass. I don't even want to buy one of those new Calvardian orbital cars at this rate. Dude, you bought a new car less than 3 years ago. I hope you aren't considering blowing our money on another one. But its value! It's decreased so much! I've got to buy a new one! Alright, I suppose you have a point. Thanks for my arms race that Mrs. Novash has calmed down. Where would the fun be in buying a fancy new car if my most heated rival doesn't have one I can top? A rivalry with Miss Novash has cooled as of lately. Suppose it's time to take the high road and stand down. Oh, like a villain if I keep antagonizing her further. Silver dude, we should knock it off with the high road talk. She's already taken it, and you sound like an oaf. Boom, roasted. What up, kid? It's been a while since I've seen our upstairs neighbor, Sully. I can see Elle's been on hiatus. I wonder what she's been up to. Knowing her, I'm sure whatever it must be is important, has her full attention. I'm incredibly grateful to Neston, the manager of the department store. He graciously agreed to hire my husband as a temporary assistant manager, even though he had just previously retired. The family's on the verge of running out of food and money without any way to return to Erebonia. His kindness saved us. And just like our downtown neighbors Olga and Levitt, Crossbellians truly are kind-hearted people. That's what I've been saying. They're the only, maybe not the only. Liberal's pretty cool, I guess. They're cool people. Just glad to see you're okay, Sully. Here, the latest care package. I stuffed it with the daily necessities as well. Thanks so much for everything, Sammy. The folks underground really appreciate it. On that note, have you noticed anything strange happening lately? Not that I recall. Nothing's changed since the monitor cars began looping Rufus Alberea's speech and Ilya's dance. I guess so they know it's Ilya? Don't dare to watch any of it directly, but I can still hear them in the distance. Never in my wildest dreams that I think Ilya would cause mayhem or that I'd be doing everything in my power to avoid watching her dance. Seriously, how did it come to this? Never mind that. We gotta keep our heads on straight so we can bring her back to her senses. Alright, now's not the time to give up. You ever friend Ilya Platier? I remember that girl's body type. She was here before me too. There are more people still in their right minds than I expected. Guys will not be around here. I don't recognize any of you at least. The whole city's on edge right now. I wouldn't go wandering around aimlessly if you know what's good for you. Seriously, what's gotten into Ilya? She still makes that dark stage outfit look stunning, but it's just not the same. Okay, let's go to the bakery. I learned about the former Governor General's ideas through the Crossbell Times. I don't know, it's just hard for me to believe so many would be in support of his authoritarian approach. Maybe there's something more convincing by hearing it directly. I haven't the slightest interest in pricking up my ears. Damn true. I'm glad people seem to be taking my new chocolate bread recipe. Not that I'm surprised, I was praying for everyone to have a safe future as I bake, so well, I think that came through. If you're wondering why it's pitch black, that's because the color is inspired by the Supreme Leader and the Duskin Dancer. Duskin Dancer? I mean, I don't really like Fervent Dancer that much. I don't really like Duskin Dancer either. Duskin just doesn't sound right. Should have been the Phoenix Dancer, that's a good name. But then you can't call her the Dark Phoenix or else we'll get sued. I hope and pray with all my heart that the United Nation of Crossbell will become a tranquil country. Wait just a minute, is she... Let's see the brainwashing at work. It's taking a hold of so many of the populace. A new pastry Bennett came up with is mouthwatering on all fronts, which is all well and good, but not exactly what I've come to expect from her banking, you know? Who am I to decide? I'm not some hoity-toity food critic, far be it from me to critique. As I'm sure Oscar and Morgs are clearly aware just how unusual this is for. Right now, keep an eye on how things unfold at the bakery, especially when it comes to Oscar and Bennett. Lady, get out. I mean, I guess this is a hobby. But maybe you should get a new one. Maybe you should learn how to bake bread instead of creeping on people all the time. My newest menu offering is Bennett's brainchild. Strangely, it's actually selling well. Not that it's necessarily a bad thing, mind. It just feels a little unsettling to see, you could say. I mean, you should put green liquid in it. Green liquid! Bennett's been blathering some real nonsense lately, too. Makes me wonder what's gotten in there. Green liquid. What up? That bread smells so yummy. Hey, it's a pretty discerning nose you got, little lady. We only sell the best bread in town. Granted, you know, we're in the business of selling this bread, so of course I'd say it's the best. I wouldn't be like, hey, we sell like the 4th best bread in town. I'd probably get fired. Feel free to have a look around, I promise. You'll like what you see. It's our bread and butter, literally. Everyone eats good food to keep their spirits up, especially at times like these. Can we get some bread to go, please, Nadia? Pretty please? I don't see why not. That pitch black stuff over there. That's so latest. Bennett baked it herself. She even made the dough from scratch. It's really good despite appearances. I just wish I could say the same about her attitude lately. Try not to worry about her, but she hasn't made that easy. Well, if her bread's good, then I said we have to try it. Hope you two remember we didn't come to Crossbell to eat pastries. We're getting distracted. Nah, so I've overborne them with my personal problems. Anyway, I promise you'll love anything we have in the shop. Feel free to grab whatever catches your eye. Defense down, but insight. I mean, that's pretty good. The defense down is kind of like, who cares? Insight OP. That's also, like, not terrible. Granted, at the same time, Insight is OP, but for some reason, someone thought making Shining an AoE move that lasts for 4 turns is like a cool thing. That seems correct. Four turns! 4 turns he's been absent. Hey, you guys have no recipe or no food ingredients? Last thing I will at this point is for my husband to go off to war. How can I not support the Supreme Leader if it means he'll keep my family safe? Have you ever thought about how they're going to force the other countries to unify under Crossbell? Because it probably won't be with a stern talking to. And then have you thought about what happens, you know, a few years down the line when all the countries that are forcibly pushed into Crossbell are like, you know, we're tired of this shit? Security looks tight up ahead. Heinz Mountain Path's up ahead. We'll have to use another route. Okie dokie. I don't know. Can I go to the fortress? There's no reason to go out into the West Highway. The All Studio's over on the Heinz Mountain Path. Yeah, we got exit from the north. Alright, let's go back to the main square. Let's see, can I go to East Street? Maybe? Possibly? I can. Can we go to the harbor? Maybe the harbor. And then I'm gonna leave! Take me to the fishing hut! Cowards. Alright, before we talk to anyone here, let's read the newspaper and then probably in the video. How does one read the newspaper? Let's take a sip of the sauce. Special issue, the United Nations, Crossbell's new system of governance. 4 days have passed since the signing ceremony, and that time Crossbell's political situation has shifted dramatically. Although communications and the flow of goods remain disrupted, we at the Crossbell Times would like to take this opportunity to better inform readers about what is taking place, using information as verifiably accurate as possible under the current conditions. The new center of government. After declaring the establishment of the United Nations of Crossbell at the signing ceremony, a new government has assumed control of the region. This effort is led by Supreme Leader Rufus, who previously occupied the seat of Governor General for 2 years. His sudden reemergence has come as a shock to citizens who have some of the central figures in his new administration. Chief among them is Dieter Croix, Crossbell's one-time former president, who led his previous independence bid. Joining him are Garcia Rossi, the former head of Mafia syndicate Revanche, which previously controlled half of Crossbell City's underworld, and renowned dancer Ilya Platier. Oh, so they're just upfront that it's her? I thought they were keeping that a secret, but I guess not. I guess it was just we didn't know. Suggesting something far more sinister than her usual arc-en-ciel attire. Myriad questions persist surrounding the circumstances of this patchwork of figures standing shoulder to shoulder with the Supreme Leader. When and how did Croix and Rossi emerge from their imprisonment? Likewise, the exact identity of the masked armored figure lurking among them is still under investigation here at the Crossbell Times. Wait, there was a masked armored figure? Oh yeah, the invisible guy. That guy, who I think is dude from 3 and 9. Only just because I was more on the lookout for that stuff. And I feel like he looks like what the guy was described as. Yesterday, the new government announced that it would officially be suspending the authority of the provincial legislature, arguing that with over half its members missing, including Speaker McDowell, the body effectively could not function. With central authorities now in full command of governmental authority, it remains to be seen what, if any, power the legislature has left. Similarly, the day after the aborted signing ceremony, the Crossbell Police and Guardian Force were also suspended on a semi-permanent basis, putting the new administration in effective control of Crossbell for all intents and purposes. State of alert to persist. As of the signing ceremony, the entirety of Crossbell remains on high alert. City institutions, as well as St. Ursula Medical College, continue to operate, though Michelin is closed to the public. Damn. By extension, the new government has stationed security force, officially referred to as the Eben Defense Force, at critical points around the region. Ominously, Zauber soldats have also been seen operating among them. According to the government's public relations department, the EDF is its most elite unit, its members highly trained and outfitted with the latest equipment to perform their duties. The Helmord, regarded as the latest Zauber soldat model, is alleged to boast vastly superior power outage and endurance compared to the traditional Sorg and Melga models, as well as individual firepower several orders of magnitude higher than that seen as in the Imperial Army's Panzer Soldat units. Such posturing could signal the government is guarding against possible military interference in both the Erebonian Republic and Republic of Calvert, or Erebonian Empire, Erebonian Republic, fat chance. Some sources additionally indicate that in neighboring regions outside of Crossbell City, intermittent resistance efforts against the new government are underway. Among them are rumored to be remnants of the officially dismantled Guardian Force. Citizens' reaction. Though some Crossbellians have criticized the way in which the United Nations government took power, a surprising majority appear to accept the new administration. Many citizens also expressed support of the government's proposed political course of action moving forward, perhaps due to their long-expressed dreams of independence reaching a fever pitch at last. Partly as a result of the support, the turmoil that was expected to arise as a result of the dramatic takeover has been better contained than initially anticipated. Furthermore, as the state of alert remains in effect, a communications blackout continues to be enforced across the entire region, making it impossible to ascertain the current state of affairs in the outside world. Even so, one of our reporters who left Crossbell immediately prior to the signing ceremony is believed to still be carrying out her journalistic duties from abroad. Once we manage to establish contact with her, I'm sure we'll give our readers the latest news about what's happening internationally. Special Support Section remains missing. As for the Special Support Section and their cohorts who were last seen resisting Supreme Leader Rufus's uprising at the signing ceremony, when they got punked. Their whereabouts have yet to be ascertained. In these circumstances that bear a great resemblance to the independence bid made 2 years ago, all eyes are on them, both citizen and government alike, waiting for them to make their next move. The Crossbell Times will report on their next movements as such information becomes available. Okie dokie. Let's just go ahead and call it here, since we're at the start of a new district to do talking in. Next time, we will talk to everybody on East Street, see what other places we can explore, and eventually head to the Mines Mountain Path. I'm Cheesy87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.